This is the 3-wood versus the 2-iron, the DHY, however you want to call it. Which player should be going for which club? Is the 2-iron just a specialist club these days, or is it something that you can use if you have a phobia for woods? And then on the 3-wood, can this thing replace maybe a mini driver, totally make a 2-iron obsolete? What type of player do you need to be to get the best out of both of these clubs? We've got it all in this video in a matchup of a 3-wood versus a 2-iron. Be sure to subscribe, and there's a ton more videos on the channel that can help you with these type of choices. Let's go. The trusty DHY. It's going to find your target most of the time. If we look at our modern day DHY, and mine is coming in at 20 degrees, so it's a 3-iron / 2-iron. And if you compare it to a 3-wood, two totally different golf clubs with a CG that is further back. So if you miss that fairway wood away from the center, the ball flight will correct itself. That's one of the first things as you look at the decision between should you play the 2-iron or should you play the 3-wood. So as we lay some shots down here, I want you to notice on the shot tracer, and I'll give you the numbers off the full swing kit, but just look at the height, because that is the #1 thing of these golf clubs. Now that was a pull, but the distance between the intended target and our ball flight is pretty minimal. As we dive into the numbers, you can see here, the launch comes out very low. The spin comes out at 3,400, which is a generous number for this. The apex on a pull was extremely low, down at 33 feet. So who might favor this over going for the 3-wood? And it's someone who consistently hits the center, either hits it very high, or looks for a golf club that you just have to have chasing under the breeze. But hitting that one, that's as high as I can hit this golf club. Straight down the pipe, good golf shot. Apex-wise, that's 50 feet, and that is pretty much the range of this thing. And I feel like I've got to move pretty well, I've got to hit it pretty well, because it's hard to use. Are they a dying breed? I think that is a question that we have to put through to us all. Potentially they are. Your distance total that you get out of it is 233. It is absolutely one of those golf clubs that we put in there to do a job. It's very much a squad player. When we compare the 3-wood, which I think a lot of modern day players out there tend to just lasso driver, and that's what they go with. Now there's a lot of face and a lot of head on the 3-wood, but your distance gain is going to be significant, and because of the roll and bulge on the face. So if I try and toe hit one of these, hopefully we can get some curvature. I'll try to miss the center to show you. So there's a toe hit, and that golf ball has stayed pretty similar to the line at which we're intending to hit it. It's a very easy golf club to hit. Apex 88 on a toe strike and 260 total out of it straight away. So you gain significant yardage, you gain significant speed. It's far more versatile whether it goes off a tee, whether it goes off the floor. What we're looking to do with this, if you can, and the club design will help you, and I saw it with Garcia first, very difficult to do, is move down and through the turf. You could see the 2-iron was brushing the turf. If you can get the 3-wood doing the same thing, then you hit that golf shot, which is pretty damn good. Let's admire that for a minute. But it's the low squeeze left. Total is now 225, so that's gone more like my 2-iron distance. So you can make this golf club do exactly what the 2-iron can do. When it comes to testing these things, a good way to go, you've seen me use this before, it's a product I like a lot. Get your tour aim down, and it's something I overlooked there, and I've just been hitting a few here while we've been making this content, and I'm looking at path. If you put the tour aim in, now you've got both sides, meaning I've got the club face side and I've got the body alignment side. So to hit that exit left 3-wood down left, I now have a square path on the right side. So you can leverage your tour aim then with the 3-wood to hit that left aimer, move down and left, and let the club technology do the work. And just a peeler like that, I mean, that is so good. If you can hit that on demand, and you can see versus the tour aim, the path is a little bit left. That's why this tool is good to partner up with any club you're working on. When it comes to the 2-iron, you might need to go the other way. You can't get away with being as steep in your attack angle. So you're gonna have to push your start line more out to the right with that 2-iron to get the sweepy draw. Your impact on an off-center strike is significantly more when it comes to curvature and letting that golf ball start line be different and bringing it back to where it needs to be. However, the pros for the 2-iron are you're going to keep this thing low and it's going to run forever. So if there is a hard golf course that's bouncy and you're playing that, a links type, that is where these things, although they're a dying breed, they still absolutely have a place. If you're someone who struggles to hit the fairway wood, again, the 2-iron is something that we can grab as a comfort blanket and feel like we can keep it in play. Anytime you keep the ball flight down, that's when it feels like you can take it and keep it in play. If you're a player who looks to help the golf ball into the air and add dynamic loft because you don't have much speed, I want you to completely forget about this golf club. That is not for you at all. If you're someone then who adds loft to the 3-wood, you won't get the benefit of that driven ball flight. If you hit these correctly, they go forever. If you're down slightly on it, which that last one was at 3.4, that's when you can get the results that are excellent. Trust the loft on the blade as you deliver the golf club and let your fitter take care of everything else, because you will be a great 3-wood player or even potentially a mini driver player, and there's other videos in the channel about mini driver. That's how you get the benefit out of it. Someone literally came up to me yesterday and said, I can't hit mini driver off the deck. It's the same thing as a 3-wood. If you start to try and help that golf ball in the air, you will not have success with these fairway woods. It's something where you either want to sweep it and deliver it as a 0 attack angle, which means it comes through at the same as the floor, or you literally want to put the ball back in the stance and literally drive one out there. And if you do that, that's when you get quality results. 3-wood is one of my favorite clubs in the bag. You can make it do many different things. My advice would be pair it with that 7-wood. It should almost be in this video too. The 7-wood is going to be the key, that if you can master this and the 7-wood, providing you don't play on that coastal course, then you're in a good spot. The 2-iron is a unique golf club. I do think that you need to be having a bit of a phobia of woods if you're going to consider this and you don't live where there's a hurricane all the time. Look, if I'm back home playing at Hoylake, this might have a spot. But honestly, for me, this is a bench warmer. It sits in the garage and it doesn't move. I did take it to Bandon Dunes this year when I went earlier in the season. I didn't play it because I just feel my 7-wood, I can trap it. I could do so much more with it. If it was tournament play and I knew there was a par 3 where I could leverage this, I'd put it in. But for you out there, I think it needs to be someone who really is scared of hitting driver, mini driver, 3-wood, 4-wood, 5-wood. Then you go to it because of the shorter length golf shaft. If you miss the middle without gear effect, sometimes it just comes out the air and doesn't go anywhere. That can be a good thing too, but you really need to work on your game. If you're considering one of these all the time because you're in fear of the woods, this isn't the solution for that. This is more of an elite level player option for a certain type of golf course. When we get on the tour and when we get on the trucks, June, July, these things are getting made for the Open Championship. If you're a good player, stick to this for that bespoke situation, that trip to Ireland, Scotland, England, Bandon, yes. If you fear of hitting the woods, this is nothing more than a Band-Aid. Don't rely on this long term. It's not going to be the way to go. 3-wood, I think, is under-leveraged in the modern game. I think there's a lot of you out there watching this who've dived into your mini driver and then time's gone on and you've realised, hey, this mini driver is great, but it maybe scuttles a bit too much. It doesn't stop as quick as I need it to. Do you know what? It's not spinning enough. Take the movable weights, put the heavier one at the back, add loft on the loft sleeve, try and manipulate that club. I get it, but 3-wood could be the ticket for you to get into. If you get into this, you can see here with me hitting these golf shots, the turf interaction, it's going to come out of the turf as you hit the peel cut. It's going to do it for you. If you want to hit one off a tee peg, it's going to do it for you. The 3-wood for me, with its shallower profile, is a club that you should not be sleeping on, and you should have a bit of confidence to use it off the fairway. Yes, it does require solid golfing performance, but let's assume you guys have that. I am a big fan of this over the mini driver, over the 2-iron. Without spoiling the video, I just think it does way more, and I think there's not enough out there that are leaning on it when needed. We're not on tour. We don't all hit that driver the way Scotty Scheffler does. So get into something that's a bit easier and isn't going to lose you a ton of yardage. Bye.